Hi friends, already we have discussed combination of resistors in series, combination of resistors in parallel, then combination of cells in series and combination of cells in parallel. But apart from this one, there are situations when the things are more complicated. In such case, when we want to find out I equivalent or when we want to find out R equivalent, then these combinations are not sufficient to analyze the circuit. And therefore, Kirchhoff's came up with his laws. These are known as Kirchhoff's law. These are 30.30. There are two laws suggested by Kirchhoff's. One is called as law of junction. The statement of this law of junction is such: at any junction in the circuit, current entering at the junction is equal to the current leaving the junction. So it is called as the junction law. This is junction law, or this is also known as Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. Suppose this is junction. This is going out, I1. I2 is coming in. I3 is going out. I4 is going out. And I5 is coming in. So many currents are there at junction. The current entering is taken as positive. Therefore, there are two currents. These two are taken as a positive. I2 and I5, it's a positive. But current leaving the junction is taken as negative. So I1, I3 and I4, they are taken as a negative. And then algebraic sum of all current, I is equal to 0. It means that minus I1 plus I2 minus I3 minus I4 plus I5 is equal to 0. This sign is important. This negative sign. From where this sign came negative? Why I1 is negative? Because it's a leaving the junction. If it is leaving the junction, current is taken as negative. If it is entering the junction, current is taken as positive. And because of this one, it is called as Kirchhoff's current law also. This is nothing but current is a rate of flow of charge. The charges entering in the junction are equal to the charges leaving the junction per unit time rate. It is also the law of conservation of charges. So Kirchhoff's current law is nothing but it's a law of conservation of charges. It is known as the junction law. There is a loop law. Second one we call it as loop law. This is also called as law of conservation of energy, or this is also called as Kirchhoff's voltage law. In this one, we consider figure from book. There is one figure given. In this figure, here one resistance is connected, then down another resistance is connected, there is third one, then in this one cell is connected, here also one cell is given, and then another cell, it is here another resistance. In this Kirchhoff's voltage law, the law statement is very simple: algebraic sum of changes in potential difference due to different cells and resistance is 0. But then simple way I tell you, the EMF supply is used, that is voltage and internal resistors VR. V or it is IR. EMF is equal to, it is the source, it is used here. So EMF is equal to IR. So summation of all EMFs or voltages are equal to summation of product of current and resistance. This is energy given, this is energy utilized. So we call this thing as law of conservation of energy. In that one also, always the current we consider, current is sent from positive terminal. So it is sending current here. So current, this is I1. This is again sending I2. It comes here. Here it is I1 and I2 both are entering. So it becomes I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. It is I1 is going back. Here I2 is coming back. So current is leaving from positive terminal and it is entering in the negative terminal. So this is the way to analyze the current we have shown. Now there is the loop tracing method, or we can trace this loop by both ways. Tracing can be by clockwise or anti-clockwise. Which way you trace, it doesn't matter. Only you need to follow the rules. Suppose that I trace it in clockwise direction. I have traced it in this direction. This is called as clockwise direction. What does it mean? I make it more simple. This is the way I am tracing it. This loop. So current, this tracing is called as clockwise tracing. Now see, source is sending current in the direction of traced loop. It is considered as positive. Once again I am saying, source is sending current in the direction of traced loop. It is considered as a positive. So it is positive. Source is positive, which is equal to. Through this one, current is going here, traced loop direction is there, then their product. Suppose I am writing it 1, 40, 30. Now, product of current and resistance here, that is 30 I1. Whether positive or negative? Positive, because it is sending current in the direction of traced loop. This is important. When the current is sent in the direction of traced loop, it is positive. Now here again, to this one, current and traced loop direction is same, plus 40 I1. In this also, current and traced loop direction is same. So I1 plus I2. We get one equation. Suppose it is sending 10 volt, then 10 is equal to 30 I1 plus 40 I1 plus I1 plus I2. We get it as 10 is equal to 31 I1 plus 41 I2. That is not there. 71. Here it is coming as I1, 71 I2. This is one equation we get. Similarly, by tracing this also we get another equation. We can trace this one. Let us trace it in clockwise. Clockwise means in this way. Current is going here, going here, going here and coming back here. Current is same, but you can see here, through this one current is coming here and traced loop direction is here. Current is coming to this side and traced loop direction. So this current is negative because it is opposite in the direction of traced loop. So we write it as, this one as, we write it as minus 40 I1. This is minus 40 I1. Similarly, this also minus 30 I1. But here it is plus. I can take it as a 10 I2. This is 5 I take it. Now see, this EMF source is sending current in the direction of traced loop. But this is not sending. It is sending current here and traced loop direction is here. So it is negative. This is positive. So it becomes minus 10 plus 5. This is second equation. I1 and I2, there are two variables. You can see this one, minus 70 I1 plus 10 I2, which is equal to minus 5. Equation number 2, equation number 1. If you check both the equations, you can solve and find out I1 and I2. Multiply this by 10. We get it. This one will be 100. This is coming as I1 plus 10 I2. If I minus it, plus, minus, plus, this is cancelling. Adding it, 780 I1 is equal to 105. I1 is equal to, similar way we can find out I2 also. When we solve more problems, it will get more clear. Once again, I repeat it. The rule or Kirchhoff's voltage law. Rule is very simple. Algebraic sum of potential or algebraic sum of changes in potential difference along cell and resistors is 0 along the closed loop. This is second one. First one, algebraic sum of current at junction is 0. Second one, algebraic sum of changes in potential difference in the loop across cell and resistors is 0. Both the laws are given in book. You can see this one. These statements are important, but apart from important, its application is more important, and this law has a wide range of applications. Let's see in next video one by one. Thank you.